I think if you compete against the world or you compete against other people, then you end up playing their game. With all the opportunities that exist today, why haven't you reached your next level of income, life, and wealth? In most cases, we've been lied to. We've been told that if you find the right opportunity and you work hard, you can be successful. And that's simply not true. Millionaires, billionaires, and successful people have realized you need the foundation for wealth, the habits. And that's exactly what you'll be learning on the Millionaire Success Habits podcast. All success starts here. What's up? What's up? Glad to have you back. We're in my echoey office week after week. I try to answer the questions that you ask, those ones you need solved so you can reach that next level. Now, everybody says next level, abundance, joy. What does that mean, being right here, right now? Listen, before you go any further, if this is the first time you're ever listening to me, this is not some place to gain a magical money machine where you'll be rich overnight. How's that working out for you? How's that working out in the history of time? What allows sustainable, long-term, deep wealth, success, abundance, income is having the foundation for wealth, the rules, the habits. And that's what we do every single week right here in less than 10 minutes. I would bet to say in my early evolution of wanting more out of life, I felt very competitive against the world. The truth is, when I felt like an underdog, when I didn't have money, when I didn't go past high school, when I was in special reading, when my family didn't support me, when I lived in a little town, when I worked on cars and sucked fumes every day, I felt like an underdog. And the truth is, I was like, screw you guys. I was polite. I was never like cocky or rude. But internally, I was like, I'm going to show the world. It's me against you. You want to get in my way? I'll show you. My yearbook, I remember writing something like, you don't hear me now, but someday you will, right? So I think that me versus the world attitude served me well. It gave me the motivation to try to prove everybody wrong. The naysayers, the people who told me I was crazy, the people who told me I was a dreamer, the people who told me you needed to be rich to make money, you need education to make money, you need better friends to make money, all this crap. And I think it served me for a while, but I don't think it can serve you forever, because what happens is if you go me against the world, this is just my opinion, this is the answer you're getting. Maybe in 5 years, 10 years, I'll have a different answer. But right now, I think if you compete against the world or you compete against other people, then you end up playing their game. You see, if I was playing against my friends who I love dearly that I went to high school with, right? If I got to $500,000 a year, this sounds like I'm being rude, I'm not, because money has nothing. If I had money and I was an asshole, or money and unhappy, or money and a terrible dad, you could take the money, who cares, right? You'd never take it. But I'm just using this as a measuring stick. If I measured myself against my friends, who most of them are amazing, awesome guys making 50 to 100 grand a year, I passed them a long time ago. So I would have just been like, oh, I won, right? If I would have measured myself against some of my first partners, I may have played their game rather than focusing on me. And what I believe at this phase of my life, me versus me is way better. And I'm not sure where you got that quote from, but me versus me means, I'll give you an example. So I'm sitting here in my home office. I know it's a little echoey, but best I could do. I don't have all the sound deadeners on it, but I can look out the window and I can see Camelback Mountain in Scottsdale or Phoenix, Arizona. And I remember climbing that mountain with some employees. Employee Ryan of mine challenged me, 15 years ago, 12 years ago, and he's probably 15 years younger than me. And he had been doing it nonstop. I was not letting him win. When I climbed that mountain, I almost died. I remember almost blacking out, but I got to the top about 2 minutes, 3 minutes before him. And every time I go up, I race against other people. But a lot of times, I'll race against someone. I've been doing it for a while. I haven't done it this year as much, but I know every step of that mountain. I can get up there like a billy goat, people call me. But if I race against you and it takes you 45 minutes to get up there, I'm gonna make it up in 42 minutes. If you're a badass and you can get up in 31 minutes, I'm gonna get up in 30, and I feel exhausted. I just really want you to think about this. When I go with someone and I know we're kind of competing for the top, even if two dudes or a guy and girl, like you're competing, but not really, I win by a little bit and I feel like I got no more gas in the tank. But I have to tell you about 2 summers ago. 2 summers or 2 years ago, I was climbing that mountain 2 or 3 days a week. And you know what I did every day? Me versus me. I would go to the mountain, I would look at my phone, I'd put on a book or something I was listening to. I would look at the exact time, and I knew that the day before I got up that mountain in 29 minutes. And I did everything in my power to get up that mountain in 28. And then once I got 28, I did everything in my power to get to 27. And it took me weeks to go to 26. And man, when I went there forever, I wasn't playing someone else's game. It wasn't me versus a competitor. I wasn't playing by their rules. It wasn't me versus the world. It was me versus me. And that shows what Kaizen is constant and never-ending improvement. One little improvement at a time. My best time on that mountain is 24 minutes from the road, the access point to the tippy top, 24 minutes. And I have to tell you, I can't really beat that. And now that I haven't practiced in a while, it's going to take me a while to get back there, and I'm going to do it as soon as the weather changes. So what's that story tell me? Hopefully what it can tell you is that play your game. Try to always improve what you do. In business, I'm finishing my 6th book right now. I'm not writing that book for anybody else. I'm not writing that book to prove to the world how smart I am. I'm not writing that book to outsell some of my friends' books. I'm writing that book, and my last book was Millionaire Success Habits. It did amazing. Over 600,000 copies shipped. You probably have a copy. The whole world, so many people got that book. So many people love that book. 5-star reviews at Amazon. People made it go viral on Instagram. I'm just going to compete against that internally. I want to deliver as much value and more as last time. You know that if you're not climbing, you're sliding. I don't want to write a worse book. I don't want to sell less copies. I don't want to have the book that my last book did great and not this book. So I am planning a kick-ass marketing campaign. I'm writing the book right now. I'm writing from my heart and my soul. I want to make it simple, like a Who Moved My Cheese book. I want to make a book that more people read. I'm making it shorter. I'm trying to make it simpler. I'm trying to fit it in today's crazy busy world that everybody's swiping through social media and don't take time to read. I want to write a book that people will read even more. I want this version to do 1 million copies. And I've adopted me versus me. If it takes you versus your friends, you versus the world, you versus the naysayers, you versus the people who told you you can't, you versus your spouse, your parents who told you you're a dreamer, use it as power. Use it to it's like getting the rocket off the ground, right? I think it was Tony Robbins that says it all the time. It's like it takes 90% of the fuel to get a rocket into space is like the first 50 feet, right? If you versus the world gets the rocket off, then go you versus you to get out into space and to reach your next level of life. And if you'd love to learn how to make impact on a whole nother level, how to tap into a $355 million a day industry and learn it from myself and Tony Robbins, then you're going to want to go to the URL deanstraining.com. That's deanstraining.com. There's a 2-hour training that you could register for with me and Tony Robbins where we pull back the curtain and oh my God, it is going to rock your world. Go to deanstraining.com. Learn how to make impact and profits in today's crazy, exploding knowledge industry. Thank you so much for being here week after week. If you're new, the first time you're listening to me, make sure you stay, make sure you like it, make sure you follow, make sure you leave me a comment and tell your friends. If you're coming back week after week, it's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to share. I will do my absolute best in under 10 minutes, week after week, to give you the capabilities to tap into that full potential that you deserve. And remember, all success starts right here. What's up? What's up? Hey, before you go, you need to watch these next few videos. They're absolute game changers. Hurry up and click right over here and watch them, and I'll see you there.